we're at the end of day 11 of cycling, day 12 since we started from Seattle. Don't know if you can hear us over the speakers, but we're going to give it a go anyway. I'm here with a hot dog and a Pop-Tart, so I'm happy. We're in Walmart. We've just finished a 100-mile day from Sheridan to Gillette, which is great, but we were just about to do the final mile to our host's house tonight in Gillette, and it started hailing it down. It's a bit of a thunderstorm outside.
It is a thunderstorm outside.
It is a thunderstorm
We've
outside.
got lightning warnings on our phones.
Yeah, James got lightning
Another
warning
hour
saying
and
it
4
was,
apparently.
yeah, three miles away apparently there's a lightning strike. So we're a little bit worried and not going to risk it. But yeah, so we'll take you back to where we left you, which was last night at John's house, just outside of Sheridan, who was lovely, a really, really nice guy. Stayed up and talked a bit about basketball with him because the finals are going on at the moment, and then went to bed pretty promptly. Shall we talk a bit more? We've got a request to talk a bit more about the hosts.
Yeah.
From James' dad. So we're gonna talk a bit about him.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, he is lovely.
He's really into triathlons, isn't he? He does
Yeah,
ultra
and Ironmans.
Ironmans around the mountains and stuff. He's got a great setup. Various bikes there, and there's one coming up. He said, isn't there?
A 100-mile race coming up. Yeah,
100-mile race coming up.
and they do it like apparently this year. They're not doing it up in the mountains because of the amount of snow they had. And so they're doing it a bit further down because they're called the Bighorns, the mountains, and they're awesome. They were like our view the whole way down yesterday. Also felt it a bit in the legs this morning, the 150 miles that we did yesterday. Yeah, he was lovely. He had a daughter who was home, who he took to school early in the morning, and was it his wife that we met? Yeah. Do you remember her name?
I can't. No.
I can't remember her name off the top of my head. That's so bad. It's the first name I've forgotten. That's the third.
Sorry.
So sorry, John's wife. But yeah, no, they're lovely setup. He was telling us all about this artist who came by, who drew a little picture of the house, and it was gorgeous.
I would say he designed and built the house as well,
Yeah.
which is really cool. So it's exactly as they wanted it to. About, well, it's 10 miles from town, amongst the hills. It's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, we woke up. We got to the lovely scrambled eggs with sausage and toast, and we devoured that. I had a banana as well, and then we set off at about probably 8:15, 8:20.
Yeah.
So a bit more of a leisurely morning compared to yesterday. A good, 45 minutes now after we set off, like compared to the time we set off yesterday. It was nice to have that less of an issue getting up. It was a bit hilly though. It was about 3,000 feet of incline up and down this old highway, but the highway was gorgeous. We got started, and he said look out for antelope. And indeed, there were literally today, like as we saw hundreds a day yesterday, we saw hundreds of antelope today. They were amazing. They had these, the males had these big horns going on, like these black horns, and they're gorgeous, and you can tell how quick they are. We got a couple of videos, and instead of the way the deer spring, they spring but just horizontally, and they go rapidly, and they're not shy either.
No.
They were right up by the side of the road, and James managed to get one on the GoPro where he kind of swung around literally into the face of this deer. Or yeah, it was a deer, wasn't it? You got before it ended up springing away. So really bold, but apparently they get a lot of roadkill there. That was roadkill of the day. It was deer and gazelle, carcasses absolutely strewed along the roadside, which is a bit sad to see. But yeah, really, really cool to just see them all across the fields wherever you looked. And we were kind of in a bit of a bowl really, with hills surrounding us as well. And we got to Clermont, where we stopped first, outside this cafe. Gosh, you stopped outside so many cafes, they were there twice. Was there anything distinguishing about Clermont?
No, I don't think so.
So I'm trying to picture it, but I can't. Oh yeah, no, wasn't that the one that had we passed one that had a rather amusing population of about 25.
25, yeah.
Yeah, and it was at 4,000 feet elevation, and that was quite funny. But then, anyway, we carried on. Oh, there was also a little field of prairie dogs again, which, yeah, you just see them everywhere. and we went on to lunch at this place called the Spotted Horse, which was a lovely restaurant, but literally in the middle of nowhere. Like for 40 miles one way, there was nothing, and 40 miles the other way, there was nothing. It was just completely isolated, and that had a population of 2, which was fine. So I took a photo of that sign. It was cool like a village, but it wasn't. It was literally just one single restaurant, and we stopped there, managed to get a Coke there and chill out, had a Dr. Pepper, and we ate our ham sandwiches and chilled out for a bit. She commented on how burnt James was. Mostly not the first time we heard that, but she was lovely, and we didn't do a lot there. Just charged up, chilled out for about half an hour. It's a pretty short stop as far as our lunch stops go, and carried on along the road. As far as today went, it was quite nice because it was probably the most straightforward day that we've had.
Yeah, it's still on the same road.
Yeah, literally the same road there was one turn, aside from that, it's the same road for like 90 something miles. Yeah, we topped a hill. We should say as well, there was a bit of a tailwind at the start, which was nice, which turned into a bit of a crosswind / headwind. But then after we set off for the Spotted Horse, it was just tailwind the whole way, and it was like someone was giving you a little nudge up the hills, and it was brilliant. And the hills as well, they were rolling, but they were rolling in such a way where you could use your momentum from one to go straight into the other, so the hill on the other side wasn't actually that much of an issue, and it was quite a lot of fun. And we stopped at the crest of this kind of bowl of hills surrounding us for our third break, and like chilled there literally 5 minutes, ate a bar. Wasn't much of a break, just kind of pit stop, and carried on because we were eager to take advantage of this tailwind lest it die down. And again, it was so nice. We cruised. At one point, we were going at the start, we were going a good 17 miles an hour, just under. Then averaged out to about 15. But that was very quick compared to yesterday when we were doing more like 12 and a half the whole way. It just goes to show the tailwind, and also it was slightly less elevation and a slightly shorter day. And yeah, we cruised into town, into Gillette, the best a man can get, and turned up, and it's lovely here. Did we see anything else in the way of animals? Just a load of antelope, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, turned up, very straightforward, cruised into Google Maps, took us on a weird bike route again, through a park, which was quite nice, but then it took us literally through a park, but then it took us on a road which was not a road at all. It said it was a road, but it was literally just a grass verge, and then we hit the curb rather abruptly. And from that point, we just hopped on the main road all the way into Walmart, and and here we are. And we went and got some supplies. We got some honey wheat bread today instead of the usual. Oh, you got some brown bread yesterday, so we're mixing it up a bit. We're not just going for the same old white bread. Going for the same old ham though, that's pretty solid. And James got a whole 6-pack of donuts, which he devoured very easily. And which goes, and I've eaten a lot of bars over the course of the day, so I say that I'm not that hungry, but here I am with a hot dog and a Pop-Tart. Oh, and we said as well, because we didn't go through Buffalo because we weren't on the I-90, but Buffalo, well, I don't know if it's the big Buffalo, like Buffalo Wild Wings Buffalo, but there's Buffalo Wild Wings here, and I really want to try it out because it's so American, and I hear about it quite a lot. And yeah, so we want to try that out tonight because we're just couch surfing with someone called Jess tonight, who seems lovely, but don't want to bank on them for dinner. So got that as an option, which I'm quite looking forward to splashing out a bit. Because we haven't spent that much this week we haven't spent anything this week in terms of hotels.
$180 spent in total so far.
Yeah, excluding the bike stuff. Yeah, and
no,
including your saddle. Your saddle was $100.
Yeah, I know, but that's all that's gone up from the account. So I had some cash at the beginning, a bit of cash.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Fair enough.
That's good.
Yeah, so I haven't spent a lot at all, and yeah, trying to think. What did I spend? I spent a lot of money.
Anyway,
Don't know
not
what.
hugely
Oh
interesting.
yeah, no, it's because I
but-
paid that in cash. Yeah, okay, that all makes sense. Anyway, yeah, we're back on track.
It's pouring rain outside, huge storm going on.
Absolutely pouring.
We're trying to wait it out, but the phone takes going to be an hour and 45. So
Yeah, so that's why we
Let's
decided
see.
to film this vlog now. So we're not shattered and in bed. This is
yeah,
adding a bit
so
of
Sam
variety.
doesn't just come to me. Literally, as I'm getting into bed, going, James, we need to do the vlog
Oh, really?
every night.
I always give you loads of
Every
warning.
night.
James always goes, oh wait, let me just do my teeth first. Oh wait, let me just shout. Oh, I just want to get straight into bed just after we do the vlog.
Rubbish.
And so you do that, yeah. Well, you want to do it less and less and less.
Rubbish.
And then so James sits there, lovely.
Not true at all. Everyone knows I'm the most enthusiastic in these vlogs. But anyway, that's
But here
that's
we
you
are.
guys about caught up today. Tomorrow's about 100 miles on to Spearfish.
Spearfish. And tomorrow we're going through Sundance, which is really cool because I think that's like Butch Cassidy and Sundance King territory. I think. Does that correlate?
I'm not sure. Same name, we'll see. Do
Yeah,
some research
that's pretty
for
cool
tomorrow.
because we're in like the kind of, well, we have gone through a bit of like Native American areas, so
Yeah.
which would be pretty cool. And yeah, hopefully tomorrow will be just as boring and straightforward.
Yeah,
I hit one road. Apparently the I-90 is really dodgy from here to Spearfish, so we'll try and find a bike route. But again, we all know how that goes. Yeah, so we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.